It's Ken Harbaugh with the MeidasTouch Network, my last night in Ukraine, and I'm in the field with an anti-drone crew operating these kamikaze drones behind me to take down the Russian incoming drones. The radar scan is clear for now, so we're going to try something new. I'm going to record my episode voiceover right here in this Ukrainian field as we wait for the order to go. So here's a quick summary of the other stories I've been working on. I happen to be here when Russia's foreign minister warned Americans via Marco Rubio to evacuate Kyiv. We knew a massive bombardment was coming. That came on the evening of June 1st. Ukraine's defenders, as always, performed heroically, downing the vast majority of incoming drones and missiles. Actually spent a couple nights embedded with one of those air defense teams for obvious reasons. That one needs to get cleared by the Ukrainian military before it goes up. I talked to many civilians as well. Lana lives just across from this shopping center in Kyiv. She woke up in the middle of the night to a deafening blast when missiles struck it. We're at the Lukyanivka Mall here in Kyiv, where just a few nights ago, Russia, as part of its devastating wave of missile and drone attacks across the nation, hit this mall and this market in this civilian neighborhood. No military targets anywhere around. I'm with Lana, who lives nearby. Lana, you were asleep when this happened. Can you tell me what the experience was like?
It all started at around midnight-ish, I'd say. There was a first wave of hits, and you can hear specifically like one hit, second hit, third hit, fourth and fifth, like straight away. So this was not a pause in between them. And then I went to sleep. I tried to sleep, and then I was awakened by another hit.
But as you can see, the residents of Kyiv, the people who live in this area, are right back to work. They are beginning to clean up. There's actually a McDonald's in this very building that opened up within 2 days, and they're serving hamburgers again. Another testament to the resilience of the Ukrainian people. Lana, thank you so much. The remarkable thing about Ukrainians is their resolve and their resilience. Within days of this attack, life was almost back to normal. You can see it's another busy weekday here, and the McDonald's right next to the blast zone was selling Big Macs 24 hours later. They've actually installed blast-resistant windows here because this isn't the first time this neighborhood's been hit. I also spent some time in Kherson Oblast, including a stop at an orphanage and school. The kids spend their days, especially sunny days, underground. We're in the village of Stepanivka on the outskirts of Kherson. We actually had to leave the drone netting covered highway to get here, but this is a school, an underground school. Children have spent much of the last 4 years underground because of the threat of Russian drones. And this is where the little ones sleep during air raids and when they need to spend the night. While we were at this school, 2 Russian drones actually flew overhead, and one of them detonated in the neighboring field. Is there a short name? Phil, you're rolling? So we're on the playground outside the school, the center for families and kids. But the children almost never come outside to play, especially on a day like this. The drone detector just went off, so this will be a quick hit. And on a clear day like this, you can see the sun is out. It's time to go back inside. And for the kids especially, they're not going to take the chance. It turns red, and that's their signal that we got to get under cover. It was probably brought down by a Ukrainian electronic warfare team. They are the best in the world at intercepting drones. We got the chance to meet some of those operators. I can't share any of that footage, but on an average day, this one team takes down 40 drones. And along with the other teams in just that area of Kherson, they're taking down up to 500 small FPV drones per day launched by the Russians at civilian targets. But it's not just attacks from the sky that Ukrainians have to worry about. On the road between Mykolaiv and Kherson, mines are a constant threat. We're on the Mykolaiv-Kherson highway once again, and we have just entered the last 15 clicks where both sides of the highway now are covered with anti-drone netting that stops the Russian attack drones from hitting the cars on the way into Kherson. They have adopted some new techniques, though, the Russians. They're now dropping mines from drones that look like rocks. If the FPV attacks weren't bad enough, you have to watch out for things on the ground now. And they'll also use these sleeper drones. So even if the drone detector light shows green, it's basically a stoplight that gives you the all clear, air quotes, on the way into Kherson. With these sleeper drones, they can be lying in wait. Light turns green, cars go, and they can still hit. And you still have some gaps under the netting that the drones can sneak in under. So it's a pretty dangerous route into the city. It's the only route into the city. And one of the things you have to get used to as a safety conscious American is no seatbelts in Kherson, because cars are a death trap. They don't protect you from drones. They can't outrun the drones. And if you hear one, you slam on the brakes, you hop out, and you run as fast as you can. Max, why don't you pan the camera? There's the all clear. There's the drone green for go light telling us we got a clear shot, hopefully, into Kherson. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. I've got an active online presence between the show, social media, and years of public work on veterans issues and national security. My name is out there a lot, and I've seen what happens when that kind of exposure goes wrong. Doxing, harassment, identity theft. It's not hypothetical for people in this space. Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping your personal information from data broker websites. You sign up, you tell them exactly what you want removed, and their experts take it from there. They send you regular personalized privacy reports showing what info they found, where they found it, and what they removed. And it's not a one-time sweep. They're constantly monitoring and removing the personal information you don't want on the internet. The New York Times Wirecutter has named Delete Me their top pick for data removal services. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Ken and use promo code Ken at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Ken and enter code Ken at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Ken, code Ken. During the invasion and occupation, Russia's military laid mines seemingly indiscriminately, not only to blunt a potential Ukrainian counterattack, but to sow terror amongst the population and to try to end Ukrainian agriculture here. Farmers are still dealing with mines in their fields. We're in Kherson Oblast, just a few miles outside of Kherson city itself, and there are warnings about mines laid throughout these fields. In general, where you have crops sown, it's probably okay. You have a tilled field right on this side of the road as well. But there's this interesting juxtaposition of these fields that have been turned over, and then these beautiful untouched fields. This is lavender and poppy behind me, and that could very well be deadly. As beautiful as it is, those untilled fields are likely where the mines are left. We're standing next to this beautiful field of wild lavender and poppy, and I'm not going to take another step because I'm in the area of this open field that's been tilled. That means you can be relatively sure there are no mines left here, but there's a sign literally just across the street warning of mines, and it's this wild section that hasn't yet been cleared. We're going to call that a wrap for now. We're tracking a few inbound Shaheds, still a long way out, but I just want to thank everyone for all the support for this trip. It means a lot. Slava Ukraine. All right, can you film me?
Yeah.
So, all right, so you got rounds going downrange right now. These are the Zu-23 and 50 cals lighting up this Shahed that's doing this orbit. I don't know if we got the camera on in time, but remember, those tracer rounds represent every third or fifth round there, filling the sky up with lead to try to shoot these things down.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasTouch.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasTouch.com.